Hello, good day, everyone. I'm Mwanjo Ernest, the strategist. Now with us here today, our Diamond Six leaders have been invited to this show to prospect for me. We have Diamond Six, FADIMATOU and Diamond Six Emmanuel. They are going to tell us a bit about themselves. Ladies first. Ma'am, we'll start with you.
Good day, everyone. I'm FADIMATOU, a Diamond 6 leader with LONGRICH Bioscience International. I've been in business now for over 3 years, and I'm equally a logistician by profession. So network marketing is just something that I had to add on to what I'm doing right now. So that is it.
Thank you very much. Sir, over to you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm doing this and at the same time I'm mixing it with babysitting. So I have to fight with my daughter. That's what it means working from home. So it's not easy.
Working from home.
Yeah, so you have to do business at the same time. You have to see. Okay, my name is Emmanuel, and I've been with LONGRICH since 2017, and just like Fadi, we always have a career path that we take before we find ourselves doing something else, and then before we realize something else is giving money than career path. So I'm a human resource developer by profession, and I've been in the domain for almost 10 years. And then I got into LONGRICH alongside my job. And then before I knew, I had to quit my job to do LONGRICH full time. So that's me, and that's my story so far. I think it's been wonderful. It's been a journey. It's been lessons learned. It's been progress made, and it's been self-developing. So that's just that.
Wow, thank you very much. I want to introduce the program a little more for our viewers. We are here because somebody wants this video to show to a downline in form of prospecting. Our new members don't know what to say, they don't know how to prospect. And so they're expecting us to prospect for them.
Okay. Anything that we can do that can help.
So you just pick an audience and encourage them to join the business.
Just come over.
You choose an audience and tell them why you think this business will be a good fit for them.
I think if I understand the strategist is saying we just pick an audience of our choice and inspire them as to why they should come into the business. I think if I understand. So we pick an audience of our choice. So if you want to talk to the ladies, you want to talk to the men, you want to talk to the kids, you want to talk to anybody, you pick anybody and then you go with the flow. So I think ladies first.
Actually, okay, meaning if I meet someone I don't know and I have to introduce the business to the person, is that it?
Well, we'll put it this way. If I understand the strategy, is like, okay, he wants to literally use this video and inspire a couple of persons who haven't joined the business to be able to join the business. Now, since we don't have a direct audience, so we really don't know who we're talking to. So you just pick an audience. Imagine if we're talking to a housewife, how do you do it? Imagine if we're talking to a student, how do you do it? Imagine if we're talking to, I think if strategists, I think I'm on point, right? If I get you clearly.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. So I start first.
Yeah. Ladies first.
Actually, I believe that LONGRICH is for everyone. LONGRICH is for everyone. Everyone can actually do LONGRICH because LONGRICH has everything that you already use on daily basis. That's the good thing. LONGRICH simply tells you, why don't you switch the brand of what you use on daily basis and use my own, and I get to pay you, because these are things that you already use on daily basis. If you get up, you brush your teeth, it means you use a toothbrush, a toothpaste, and you take shower. You use a body wash or a soap. And Longrich has all of those things. Longrich literally have all the things that you use on daily basis. So what Longrich is telling you is, why don't you simply switch your brand? So we believe that everyone can do Longrich. You don't need to be an expert in a particular domain for you to be able to do Longrich. The good thing is that Longrich is open for everyone. Everyone. You just need to understand the concept and the concept that this business is actually trying to implement into us. Because we've been buying all of those things that you use on daily basis. You as the housewife, you spend on daily basis. You as someone that works somewhere, Longrich simply tells you, I have another plan that will help you to get another source of income. So Longrich simply tells you, join me, use my product, recommend it to people around you and get paid. And you don't need so much trainings for you to get started. You don't need so much money for you to get started. You just need to understand the concept, get the packaging according to your pocket, and we get you started with the right coaching and everything. So that is it. If I'm to encourage someone to really partner with this business, I will just tell you that you already use those things on daily basis, but you never get paid. So the other option will be for you to plug in into a system that actually rewards you on each expenses that you make on daily basis. And Longrich offers us this option where you have to come on board, use the same product that you're using for years, yes, let me put it that way, for years without getting paid. But now you start using a company and you actually get paid. So that's all what Longrich tells you to do. And if I have to encourage someone, it would just be, stop using those products that you're using every day without getting paid, and start using our own and getting your rewards. So that is it.
If before we go to D6 Emma, I want to ask a question to you. What inspired you to take up Longrich at the beginning? Why? What caught your attention?
Oh, yes. My situation. What inspired
me
was my situation. I wanted a change in my own life and in the lives of people around me. I joined Longrich specifically because my mom, now she's of late, she was my greatest motivation. When they told me about Longrich, trust me, for the first time, it wasn't it. I didn't believe in it. But when they actually explained to me and showed me what I could get if I had to partner with this company, sincerely, I pictured myself into all of those things, and that is what motivated me to join. I wanted a change in my situation. Before Longrich, life for me was hell. It was that kind of a situation, that kind of a past where I don't want to go back there. Life was so hard. Everything was so difficult. I could barely feed. I didn't even have a place to sleep. And a friend, a sister saw my situation and pictured me in Longrich without me even knowing. And she decided to present this opportunity to me, and I grabbed it. And today we are here. So my situation basically pushed me into joining Longrich. I pictured myself into all what they told me that I could get if I got into the platform and I became serious. And I took my business seriously. My upline told me, listen, if you take this opportunity that I'm giving to you and run with it, believe me, you will change your story. And that is exactly what happened for me, and for other people that had to introduce the business for them. So I will basically say that my situation pushed me into joining Longrich.
Well, we'll get back to you and to see how satisfied you are. Have you had what you hope you have and all that? We'll get to that not now. Let's go to our D6 Emma. Sir, it's up to you now.
Well, what can I say? Sometimes what I realize most of the time that for you to succeed in Longreach, most of those who have succeeded in Longreach have similar stories. They have similar stories. If poverty have not touched your underlegs, you will not understand what it means to hustle. People I always tell people that, and we have a similar story. There's somewhere where you sit and you think and you look at your life and you contemplate and you ask yourself, there's a difference. Basically there's a difference in poverty and in poverty mindset. You get it? So there are people who actually put out energy and input the energy in the wrong thing, and it doesn't give out fruit. And then there are people who just don't do anything and they don't have anything. Those two people are poor, but they are not at the same level of poverty. It's like you have a job, you're giving your energy, but at the end of the day, you cannot meet up. And you have another person who doesn't just gives energy, he just sits somewhere and he's not making it, and he's poor. Both of you are poor, but you realize that there's a difference. One is at the level where you just need to adjust your mindset and you move. You see, so when I look at my story, I had a regular job just like anybody. We know the dream of every Cameroonian. When you leave from school, you build up your CV, and you are all over the place posting from one company to another. When they call you for interview, you pray and fast and go there, hoping that you have a job. I mean, at that point in time, you just want to have a job before you're ever looking for salary. When you have a job, you now know that, okay, at least I have a job, and I'm hoping that as the years go by, it's going to increase. And for a man in Africa, it's quite different, because if a woman is looking for 100,000, you need to be looking for 200, because part of your 200, you still have to give another part to a woman. So, the dreams are not the same. Yeah, for sure. Every African man, whether I like it or not, you have to spend. And so, so when a man is looking for a job, he's like, okay, this is a job I can have, fend for myself and spend a little bit around. And then you're thinking about a family, marriage, everything. So that's a global picture. So when you leave from school, you build your CV, and then when you're lucky, because I've done jobs, I've done up jobs in life. I remember when I finished university, I sold phones. Okay, I used to hawk phones. There was a company back then, the days who was selling phones. I had to hawk phone from, these guys who move and hold things and move from bar to bar, shop to shop, and move. I've done that in the streets of Boya, from Boya town to my 17, from Moliko to Munya to my 16. I've done that. I've entered with a degree in my pocket. You move from bar to bar, you get in and people insult you, people tell you this, you enter even somewhere, they just drive you that go out. You actually realize that, man, is that how it feels when you see someone and somebody has to propose something to you? I've been there. I had to walk up streets. So, and that's when I had to understand that being educated and having a certificate is two ball games. You understand that when you move along and you carry certificates in your pocket, you will never achieve anything. But when you put education into the mindset, you actually realize that you can apply knowledge in acquiring things. So that's that. So it's to explain to you that I finished, I had a regular job, I worked, I was ambitious, but just somewhere along the line, I realized that I wasn't growing as per the energy I was inputting. You put in a lot of energy, but you're not growing. You look at your needs, you have a family, you have to meet these needs, and you realize that every day you're at work, you're up 7, 8 o'clock, you're at work, you're leaving at 7 in the evening, come back. By the end of the day, when you look at your salary, you need to manage for ends to meet. Paying rent, feeding the family, taking care of your bills. You meet everything, and then if you're married at the same time, when you even aspire to get married, in Africa, you need to pay bride price. Bride price these days, it's no longer 10,000. In modern days, there's devaluation. So when you think about everything, and they have to pay price, you're married, you have to feed the family. Now in African culture, if anything happens, if they tell you that this person is sick, or your cousin or your sister-in-law, brother-in-law, you need to chip in something. If anything happens in the family, you need to be there. If they call you, there's something in the village, you need to chip in. And when everybody knows that you're working, they don't need to know what salary you earn. They just know that you have a job.
You have a job.
Once you find yourself in the finance, really, I was working in the financial institution. I mean, just that there money slips your account. I remember a friend of mine asked me to borrow him money, and I told him I didn't have it. Tell him that he knows I work in the bank, man, that I can always have the money. It's like they give me the money to keep somewhere, so I can always take and just give somebody to hold, to spend, and give me back. You know, people have their mindsets about realities. So sometimes you realize that you're living a life that is a fake life, honestly, because in my bank, then you have a dress code. You have to be in suit. You know, you have to be in suit. You have to dress well. So all that comes from your pocket. You're looking good at the expense of the company, and you I mean, to be rich is different from looking rich. You know, so you have to meet up. So somewhere along the line, reality needs to catch up. You're asking yourself, but listen, back in the quarter, everybody knows that this guy's working in the bank. They give you accolades. You come, you have, you know, Douala, when those young guys want to make you a talakud. Oh, big, no big, no big. They will say, nothing for the poor, nothing for the guys, when there's really nothing for you ever. So, I mean, yeah, there's nothing for you. So you have to meet up, you have to maintain a certain standard when there's really no standard. And so you realize that how long are you going to continue trying to look rich or appear as if you're looking fine when you are not fine? You have a kid, I have a son, you know, my son was born, and then you're looking like, okay, listen, if this guy is not going to school now, life is as rough as this. I mean, if this guy has to start going to school, they have to start paying fee. Then if you anticipate to have more kids, how do you manage it? You know, there's a lot. So you realize that, okay, this is me putting a lot of energy in something that is not working. And now what happens when reality catches me? So you need to start thinking and anticipating. And that's why I tell people now that more what is killing us in Africa is the poverty mindset. You know, you get to that point where you need to look at the reality and you say, listen, if right now things are tough, it means if I anticipate 4 years from now, things are really going to be tougher. So you anticipate. And then when you choose to anticipate, you need to have an open mindset, because what is killing a lot of people in Cameroon is that we've grown up with the mentality of a job. I'm not saying that having a job is a bad thing, because it was thanks to my job that I was able to raise money to invest. But I'm saying that people feel that the job is what actually gives satisfaction. People are limited to that. They're like, okay, when we leave from school, we're going to write the concours, or we're going to apply to all the jobs until when we have a job. And so when you even tell somebody that, listen, do you know even with 50,000 francs or 100,000 francs, you can start a business that can duplicate? No, nobody wants that. When you tell them, it's like you're saying your own. So people have a stereotype in their mindset, you know. So when I got to that point where I had reality check, because trust me, while I was working with the fact that life was tough on me, you start nursing anger, temperament. When things don't move for a man, how we react. You know, you get angry. Everywhere is supposed to be a joke, you're angry. Everywhere is supposed to be funny, you're not finding it funny. So you get to that point where you feel like, okay, well, how do I proceed? How do I change my mindset? So that's when I started opening my mind to opportunities. You get to a point where you feel like, okay, I'm at the wall. Now, the thing that I thought was going to give me the satisfaction, the job that I wish I had that was going to take me up to retirement, is seemingly not actually giving me the smile I want. So what am I going to do? Because I always say, you know what, when it's there, apply another job. But what if the next job I apply doesn't give me the same satisfaction? Am I going to just jump in from job to job? You get to that point. So you get your mind now open to opportunities. And so that was when opportunities were coming by. And then I remember my sister-in-law, who's SD, who came to me and was talking about LONGRICH. Initially, when she started talking about LONGRICH, I was like, nah. I was still in the mindset of the job guy. When she calls me, like, you know what, this LONGRICH could be a better deal, I'm like, master, just easy. Politely, you're like, okay, I've heard, but in your subconscious mind is really not part of the game. But when reality checks comes in and you see that poverty is actually chopping you from under the legs, you actually realize that, no, listen, it's time for me to actually give a listening ear to all the opportunities that are my way. And so you start listening. That's when I had to re-educate myself on the whole platform of LONGRICH. I had to open my mindset to say, you know what, there's no harm in listening. It starts by listening, because what is killing people today is that people don't even want to listen to opportunities. Whether it's good or bad, it's like you invite somebody for a training session of financial independence, and they don't just come. They don't just come. I mean, it's not about coming to listen and then maybe saying that, okay, I'm not interested. They don't just want to come. And that is where people fail. The beginning of failure is your inability to even see opportunity in front of you. I tell people in my team that not to know is not a crime. Not to know is not a crime, because we all don't know everything. But not to know that you don't know, that's where the crime comes in. Because when you know that you don't know, you go for information. You know, if I don't know how to speak Latin or Spanish, I'll go for Spanish classes because I know that I don't know how to speak Spanish. But if I don't even realize I don't know how to speak Spanish, I'll actually be speaking rubbish and thinking I'm speaking Spanish, and then I'll just be insulting myself in public. So what is killing us is our inability to even know that we don't know. And that is what is killing us. And so Frenchman will say la folie de grandeur, okay? That means you find yourself in stupidity in a high horse. That means you feel like you're there, but when you're actually nowhere around there. So I had to humble myself and say, no, you know what? I don't know. Now like this, I need opportunities, and I had to open my brain to opportunities. So when the whole concept of long reach and network marketing came to my mind, I had to go back to school and understand what it was all about. And why was I going to come into long reach? Because I knew, okay, yes, let me first of all try to understand what is MLM in its place. And then next, why should I come into long reach? So when I got into long reach, I knew what I wanted to get. I had no problem with somebody telling me no. I knew that I was going to have no, but I had an objective. Because when I speak this, I'm speaking to men. You know, the perspective in which we men look at and the perspective of women is quite different. You know, you see Fadi will talk about her inspiration, her mom and everything. You know, women sometimes, there's a lot of ego and arrogance. We always have that attitude of, Masa, you know, this thing is for women. You know, level marketing is for women. This thing is woman thing. Who will see me? I've been moving around talking about Pat. Who will see me talking about this? So with that mindset, you even first of all block the simple opportunity that is living in front of you because you've already judged something and kept it at the corner. That's what I tell my friends. I say, you guys come and say, no, Lord, it's a scam. You guys are all scam. You guys are invented it. It's pyramid. So I tell people, okay, can you explain to me what is pyramid? And can you explain to me how long reach is pyramid? And they keep quiet. I say, because you don't even first of all know my business. I can give you a few comparative analysis as to knowledge at the pyramid because I know my business. So that's what actually pushed me to get into. Like I said, it all starts by poverty. And then when poverty strikes you hard, you have two things to do. Because now the strategies, you'll be sure you agree with me that a situation has two impacts on a human being. You can actually see positively or you can see negatively. So when people find themselves at the wall, they can either just complain and complain and complain how the economy is bad, how the country is bad, how the government is bad, you know, the complaints about lack. Or you begin to see, but in the midst of this, how do I create an opportunity in it? So it's not everybody who has been in my kind of situation of poverty that I decided to take my part. Some people go there and they choose to steal. Some people go there and they choose to just complain and mad because I'd been a complaining type until when I had to open my mindset to something else. So that's that. So when we want to prospect, I always tell men, especially my orientation, if I have to talk to people, if I have to choose an audience, I have two people I will talk to them. I wouldn't talk to the women because trust me, ladies are already hard workers in their domain. You know, ladies already have a mind. Ladies are naturally endowed with the mindset of a hustler. Especially in a society today, we have a lot of single moms and all that. Ladies always have. It's easier to see when you see these small side hustling jobs. You always find women in there. If you see the side jobs or the kind of things you find women getting into and doing. So people have always made like, okay, that's the woman thing. So we can today I'll try to leave them aside, even though we know there are still women who are comfortable in being parasites, you know, but that's nowhere. But we have a majority of them who are actually going out of it. But what I want, those two persons I'd like to talk to today is the men and the students. Those are two sets of people that honestly, if they have a mindset open, we're going to have a better Cameroon tomorrow. The men and the students. Those are the two people that we want to talk to today.
Okay.
So I think maybe I will stop at that and then maybe
a little break. Yes, let me give you a little break to organize your ideas a little more, and we'll get to FADIMATOU, who will tell us, who will say a few more things to our chosen audience. FADIMATOU, up to you.
Can you come again?
That will give you the opportunity now to share a few things with your chosen audience.
Okay, my audience. Okay, I decided to go in for the women because we realize that there are so many things that we as women, we can do. So many. And I'm still one of those people who believes that once a woman is involved in a project, it takes a different dimension. Women don't just know the capacity that they have or the power that they have in getting things done, in always bringing in a special touch when they're involved into something. Nowadays, when we go out there and we try to prospect to people around us or women are always like, no, I don't want to do, I don't actually want to do this kind of a business. It's not my type. And the next thing that comes into my mind is, what is your type? What do you mean by it is not your type? Doing something that will actually bring something to you is not your type. Today we have women that are forced to do things that devalues them because of money. Longrich is actually bringing to us this type of an opportunity that will actually help you to affirm, not only to affirm yourself in the society, but to live life plainly, not going about living that kind of fake life. Like Boss Mas said, we are tired of people showing looking rich, but in reality, when we go back to look at what they actually show us, it becomes a different story. Today, Longrich gives us an opportunity that can permit us to go around, talk, share the opportunity with people around us and make money. As women talk a lot. I believe that any woman that gets involved in this business and do not succeed is not because the platform is not working, it's simply because this woman is not doing her job. Because as women, we talk a lot and we are involved in a talking business. So I would hereby encourage every woman out there listening to me at this moment that this is an opportunity for you and me to actually come on board and show our worth. Yes, because this is a business that involves talking, and talking is that we all like. We like talking, we like sharing. When it is good, we like sharing. So we are just inviting each and every one out there to come on board. Let us talk, let us share. Let us share, let us help educate the girl child out there about the things that they are supposed to know about the product that they are using to take care of themselves. So that is it, the strategies. I believe that women will always bring a special touch in anything that they lay hands on. And Longrich is a platform that will help me to step out there and do what we are good at. With the right coaching. You know, me, I'm always straight to the point, right? So that is.
Please don't mind me. I'm saying because alerts are coming in. Please don't mind me. Alerts are coming in, so I'm looking at alerts and I'm laughing. So you know, it's unfortunate that you're making a meeting in a time where alerts are coming in. So I cannot help but be distracted. You know what it means when you're talking and then money is coming in and then you're feeling. No, you see that my vibe will change now. You know, I've just seen it, so I'm smiling. So you see that my vibe will change now. It'll not be the same again.
For sure. I've been looking at them. I'm just like.
Yeah. So my vibe will change now. I'll talk now better. I'll talk now better. Anyway, Fadi, FADIMATOU said something which is very, people, the thing is this, when you don't know what you want, it comes back to what I said initially, that not to know is not a crime. Not to know that you don't know is even where the evil is there, And so I said I don't want to talk about women because, trust me, women have the ability. Psychologists have proven that women actually run the world.
We do.
Yeah, no, we see. Let's be the men. Sometimes, you know, they say the truth is bitter. Sometimes let's accept. Women run the world, and how they run the world is not because they're in the first place. It's that women can push you to do the things that you don't want to do without knowing that they are the ones who have pushed you. Before you realize you've done it, and then you think that you're the one who is doing it, but actually they are the women who are actually behind. So that's why women can actually make this thing work. When you look at Longrich today, you see that those who are dominating the business, they are women.
Yeah.
They're women. If you check out people who have money on earth, they're women. Whether we like it or not, it's funny. We might have a few men on top position, but if you want to look at many women, you realize there are many rich women, and then you have a few rich men that are dominating. So you have a lot of poor men. And the poverty in the men is because of ego. That's the truth. The poverty in men is because of ego. And when men put a lot of ego in the play, you know, sometimes even in the family, sometimes the father just says, he doesn't just want to listen to an opportunity just because he's the head of the house. It happens to me. Sometimes as head of the house, sometimes you just say no to something without even wanting to listen to the thing, and you will stand because you said no. And sometimes the mother of the house will listen to the opportunity and understand it and go. Like, for instance, my wife actually got into storage for me because initially I was just not very interested in the business opportunity. So while she had seen the picture in it, she just got it, and I was waiting when I will come and realize and come in, you know. So women actually see different from women. And so I want to tell us the men, because in Ghana, for instance, Longrich is dominated by men.
Exactly.
If you look at, yeah, when you go to Nigeria, you see that it's almost 60-40%. As much as the ladies are on top, but I mean, if you look at the SDs in Nigeria, you see a whole host of men. Unfortunately, in Cameroon, I mean, the men that are there, the few men that are even there, they're looking at us like mad people. People outside look at us as mad guys, you know. Like, how do you allow a job? You know, a man should be in the women should be the ones opening it. You know, it's always like the man should be in the office, he has a job, and then he can take money and open a shop for the wife. Is the wife who's always having a shop, or the wife is having a petty business somewhere. It's always the wife that goes there. So the concept of a man in Cameroon is that the man is office guy, wakes up in the morning, dress suit and tie, gets to the car, office, from office, he comes back home. Also goes back. So that's the concept we have with the traditional African man. Oh, that's the wrong mindset. Unfortunately, that's a very wrong mindset. I want to talk to the men. We men have spent our time, because honestly, Longrich is a business that it doesn't only enhance health, but it enhances the financial independence. But that's above all, Longrich has helped me in self-development more. Self-development. I realized that before I started making money in Longrich, I was first of all helping myself in self-development. That was the first thing I started. Because when we look at, you know, to be rich and be uneducated in financial education, because people talk about to be rich is something, you know, what people don't get is that to be rich is not where you have the strength. Strategies, honestly, to be rich is, I mean, there are many rich guys. We have scammers that are rich guys. I can play Paris foot and tomorrow I hit $1 million. I'm rich. I can play PMUC, Paris, and in a lucky game, I have 1 million or 2 million. I'm a rich man. It means it is easy to be rich overnight. So there are people who actually can have 1 million in their pocket, the jour au lendemain. But the question today in financial education is how to keep the riches. That is where financial education comes. And so most men are not financially literate. Most men. If you look at the likes, yesterday we was having a training with my team of saying that if you look at the likes of the Dangotes, of the Alaji Dampolos, they are investing new businesses every blessed day. I mean, despite the millions that the guys have, they are still looking for new millions to add. You hardly see Dangote in a party spray money anywhere. You hardly see him. But you look at the nouveau rich guys who just discover riches, they're the ones who are everywhere spraying. People who actually are financially literate don't spread money anyhow. Don't spray. Don't spray. Apparently, the strategist has been disconnected, and Fadi, you are now the host. So you just look out if he tries to join you, add him, because I see that
I'm not the host.
Yeah. Now the host, the strategist. I'm sure his network disconnected him. So you're now the host. So just in case he tries to get back, you'll be the one to add him. So like I was saying,
Okay.
many of us men just want to have money, but we are not financially literate. That's why we don't have the concept of duplication. And in our lack in the quest of duplication, that's why we are locked up in our mind of business opportunities. We don't even want to see the business opportunities that come ahead of us. Whenever somebody tells us that, listen, this is a business opportunity, we just lock ourselves to it. We don't even want to know about it. We just even don't want to be interested about it, you know. And so it has a role to play in our growth. People don't just want to be interested in. And I push all the men. We have men today. You go and see men that are fighting about football, arguing. Today, Samuel Eto'o has money, has more than the drug. But those are the kind of debates we want to engage ourselves. We want to know who is richer. Manchester United is the best club on that. That's where we find ourselves. But when we come to business opportunities, we don't. Network marketing, trust me, is for the intelligent. One thing I actually realized is that network marketing is for the smart people. To be able to talk to somebody and be able to convince somebody in a business opportunity is being smart.
Exactly.
What people don't understand is that it's a skill. And as the days go by, I've learned what the strength of non-verbal communication has in network marketing. People don't understand how you're able to talk to somebody non-verbally. You know, when you see, I'll try to talk about Fadi, you know, I remember sometimes when all of us were hustling the business, and then a couple of years after, look at the car you're riding. You don't need to talk to somebody. That is non-verbal communication. Somebody is able to see you from Pietong to a Hyundai Santa Fe, and then they see the kind of car you're not driving. It's not as if you are living there to go and buy a Toyota Corolla. When they look at the car, you don't need to tell anybody. Anybody who is wife come and tell that, listen, my sister, show me. But since we have the kind of Cameroonians who tell you that are Rosong, you know, that's where they are. When they see you the car, instead of them telling that, hold my hand and show me the way to this opportunity, they tell you that now that you have a car, please come and make a party and let us drink. And that's how it ends there. Now they are convinced that you have money. So every point in time when they need money, they'll call you to give them money. And if you tell them that you don't have money to give them, you are a stingy man or you're a wicked man. So that is exactly what is happening in our situation now. And we, the men, have the power to influence this business to grow. One, because most of the men here are blocking their women from being part of the business. We have a couple of ladies who have not been able to partner in the business because their men have given them embargoes, vetoes. Yeah. And then secondly, we have a lot of men who choose not to enter. So men have a lot to do in the growth of Longrich. And I pray for men to actually open their minds to business opportunities, because men also have the role to play in the building of an economy, because there are business ventures that men have shut down, stopped even their wives from taking part. There are business ventures where men have prohibited and completely blocked an opportunity because they are the man of the house. Or if they had opened their mind to that, they can push that opportunity forward. I tell you, men, a job is not bad, but a job is not secure. A job, there is no job security in a job. Let's be honest.
There's
and
nothing.
when we talk, a job is good. You have salary, but there's no security. Trust me, having a matricule, even in the civil service, people have lost their job. So, men, please, if people who've made it in life, the richest guys in life are not civil servants. Trust me, quote me anywhere. If you see a civil servant who is making millions, question that person, because I'm a human resource practitioner. I know the Cameroon labor code. I know the Cameroon pay system. I know what the highest civil servant should earn in Cameroon in terms of grade. I know. So I don't want to get into details, so I give accusations so that tomorrow people quote me somewhere, but trust me, any civil servant with mansion, question somewhere. Question somewhere. I say, because, and it's not everybody. Some people want to, and imagine people go to the civil service for the very wrong reasons. People want to work in the civil service because they don't want to, they know that they can always buy their way on top. People want to work in the civil service because they can be absent and they pay them. Please, men, let us open our mind to other business opportunities. And trust me, network marketing is the 21st century business model. All it takes for you is to refer. People say, oh, I don't have that time to sell. Listen, this is me. This is a conference we're having Fadi and I were talking from home. While we were talking from home, we were having a let's copy into account. Let's be honest. This is the 21st. Corona should be a lesson giver for people to actually realize that people lost their jobs. People became broke. Some people even committed suicide because they saw opportunity, the plans I had made for a year just come crushing over the night. We the men, please, let's pocket our ego. Longrich has a good compensation plan. Longrich has the very best, because it's not just about changing your brand, because I don't want people to miss the point. It's not just about changing your brand. It's about taking quality brand. Because the first thing we need to know, we need to emphasize that you're changing from your regular brand to something that is quality. One, and two, you're making money out of it.
That is profitable.
Yes, so it's not just about changing the brand, but it's changing your brand to something that is quality. And then on top of quality, you're making money. So I think that's that. And then now the next thing I wanted to talk to is students. Some of us, honestly, back then when we were in school, if you had this opportunity, would have been self-made millionaires.
Exactly.
But here we are. Most of you students are finding yourself in a digital age. Okay, the strategist, welcome back. So
welcome back. The meeting has to go on without you.
Yes, yeah. So the next set of persons I like to talk to are the students. Excuse me. We live in a digital age where students are very. I remember back then when we were going to the university, cyber cafe was a luxury. To even have an email account was a luxury. We had to pay time to go to the cyber. Today, from the comfort of your home, everybody can afford data. Smartphones have come in. If you're not a smartphone holder, you don't know. So even our students today even hold expensive phones than you and I that are working the money.
I'm telling you.
We have a set of our new generation kids who all they want. I want to be honest. The new generation of kids just want easy money. Easy money. People have realized that this is what can make money in modern days. Everybody wants to go do football. Everybody wants to do music. Everybody wants to be a scammer. Everybody just know that, okay, I can do music and I can just send a video viral on YouTube and people like and I'll have money. People don't understand that even those who've done that Samuel Etofis was having an honorary in the doctorate degree. People don't understand what it means to have an education. So our generation right now just want quick cash. They don't, and that's why there's always this new thing that's come now, like portefeuille magic. And we've seen a lot of young men running mad because everybody wants to have quick cash. Trust me, I remember back in the days, I had time. I remember when I was in university, there was a semester where I had 2 days of school, and then the remaining days of the week I was free. I mean, I had 2 days of intensive schooling. I could go in the morning and I come back even the next day morning, and then Monday, Tuesday, and then I had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I had Saturday again on Monday. I want to imagine that I had Longrich. So trust me. I mean, as a student, in 7 days, I have 2 days of school, 5 days of hustle. Trust me, where I would have been. Today, students feel like all they know is to know how to ask for money where they don't know that they can make money. Students don't want to open the opportunity because we're in a digital world where Longrich, you know, I have a small in Longrich. Marion, I remember she gave a slogan that age is just a number, which is applicable to everybody. At 60 years, 1 million is still very good. At 19 years, 1 million is still very good, which means that there's nobody who will see 1 million and refuse it. So students don't think that let them not think that they're too young to make money. We asked this comedian in Nigeria, Emmanuel, who bought her parents a house. Emmanuel should be 10 or 12 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So do you think her parents will refuse to take the house because she's just 12 years? No, she was able to make money for herself. So we have people who want to talk, they'll say, no, they're still students. They don't need to stress themselves. When they finish school, they'll start thinking about life. Like for real.
Like seriously?
Yeah, you tell them that no, right now they are hustling, now they are students, they want to enjoy the life of being a student. When they finish from being a student, they will then hustle and then they'll start. So they don't have any problem asking money. And are you for real? So we need to actually open our mindset. Students today are becoming very lazy when they have the opportunity. I mean, we are at an era where, honestly, if we miss this opportunity, this is the opportunity for Africa to make the money. This period of Corona is a perfect opportunity for Africans to make money because, one, the impact of Corona in Africa is lesser than all over the world. Nevertheless, everybody is in danger. Two, we are open to digitalization just like the Western world, which means that we have a platform where we can comfortably be competitive. That's why Europeans are now fighting to come to Africa for vacation or coming to invest because we are a fertile ground. It is a perfect opportunity. Somebody cannot come and see a gold mine in your house when you stay in the house not see it. So we, the students today, have to open up their mindset. Digitalization has come in place, and whether we like it or not, the world is becoming a global village where if you're not a smart person, because it's quite different from being intelligent and being smart. Intelligence is to know things. Smart is to be able to use those things and take advantage of it. We need to be smart. We need to be smart. Please, this could be applied for people who are not even learned, but trust me, we can only be used because when we come here, we talk about our experiences in the domain we master best, which is Longrich. In Longrich, we've seen young boys and girls who are able to transform their life in the space of 2 to 3 years and are able to see pure life transformation. I use myself as an example. That's FADIMATOU as a perfect example. We saw ourselves living from not being able to feed well, being homeless, to today. I mean, we are not even at 20% of where we should be, but today we can comfortably look back and smile. And the journey just started. And in a platform where all we do is talk, because trust me, whether I like it or not, I talk every day. Either I'm talking nonsense or I'm talking sense, so I talk every day. It's first of all healthy to talk because we have buccal cavity. If your mouth is sealed, it gives bacterial action. So you need to open your mouth, let air pass and talk. So one way or the other, you need to talk. So what I like it now, I need to talk every day. So either I'm using the mouth to talk sense or not talk sense. So one way or the other, I'll talk. And if I'm paid to talk, I lose nothing because one way or the other I was supposed to talk. So please, the men, let us go down from our high horse. Open our mind to this business opportunity. Listen to it with a more open-minded approach. You'll realize that this business is for everybody. Students, stop feeling that you're too young to be a millionaire. Take advantage of the business opportunity that lies ahead of you. Longrich has a platform. Longrich has the product. Longrich has a compensation plan. And Longrich has a longevity. The story of Longrich is not a story of last year. That is, we're talking about a 35-year-old company. We're not talking about a company that came in yesterday. We're talking about a company that produces for other brands. We're not talking about a no-nonsense company. We're talking a company that has built millionaires. We're not talking about a no-nonsense company. So please, men, students, and ladies, let's get down from that comfort zone that we think that is comfortable when it's not comfortable, because there is money out to make. We're in a smart world. Yeah, look at FADIMATOU from our home. I'm talking from my home. Look at it in an office. We're taking advantage of. We can have a conference. We can talk money. So let's be smart. We are the world where now we need to be smart. Because people actually, I mean, when you're smart, you're looking at opportunity and you're seeing how you can maximize it. So I think that's that I can say.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. So, Fadi.
Yes.
I think at this point, I would maybe give you a few cues to help speed up the discussion.
Okay.
People say these companies come and disappear. Why do you think Longrich is here to stay? Why do you think Longrich can be trusted?
Because I think that we'll always hear each time we step out to prospect. And there's only one thing that we'll always say, Wasema just said it here. A company that is here to go tomorrow is certainly not 35 years of age. And this loan is 35 years this year. So many people actually confuse a whole lot of things when they hear network marketing or when they hear MLM. They actually confuse a whole lot of things. A company like LONGRICH is a company that has come to stay, and LONGRICH, as days go by, this company is still showing us that we are not here to go anywhere, especially for the case of Africa. We are not here because we intend to leave tomorrow. We are here because we came to stay. LONGRICH is 35 years of age. We've been existing for 35 years, meaning that this company is going nowhere. We are here to stay, we die here. And this company went further and said, okay, I am not only 35 years, but I'm coming to build in your continent. A company that intends to come in a continent and leave tomorrow will not build a research and development center that is worth over $50 million. The continent, they will automatically maybe freeze like other companies do. We see them tomorrow and tomorrow, we see them today and tomorrow they are no more. LONGRICH is here to stay. Just at looking at what is happening in Nigeria with the research and development center that the company is currently developing there, it is enough proof to show to us that this company is here to stay. It's not like others. And LONGRICH has these strong backings that will make it to stay and continue the giant. Today, you will hear of a company that has a registration with the Chinese Chamber of Commerce. So many companies with MLM do not have their trademark registered at the Chinese Chamber of Commerce. No, I'm sorry. And it's a whole lot to be registered there. Meaning that first, this company is credible, because if the credibility was not there, a company like LONGRICH would not have a registration with the Chinese Chamber, because this made it credible in such a way that you can sue the company. So many people do not know this. You can sue LONGRICH with just that registration, and this is just to show you that this company is legit. It's not going anywhere. If you even join the company and tomorrow you deem that you were cheated, you can sue LONGRICH. And if the company thinks that you are trying to play with their image, they equally stand their ground to sue you. That is exactly what LONGRICH is. LONGRICH is not here like the ones that you've known. I don't want to mention names here because I'm talking about what I know. I'm talking about my platform, and I'm not trying to persuade you into believing into all this. You can go online and do your own personal research. My only issue with people is that sometimes you join or jump into things that you do not know. You don't do your findings before you join a company. And we as LONGRICH business partners or distributors or brand ambassadors that we are, we give you that latitude to go online, do your own verifications about this company that you are about to partner with, to see who they are. And I say LONGRICH is not ready to go tomorrow or after tomorrow or in the next 3 or 5 years. No. So far as our needs come to existing, LONGRICH is here to stay. LONGRICH is here to stay. So many companies, they actually build on hypes. No, we don't build a business on hype with LONGRICH. Here we are simply telling you that so far as maybe women will keep on menstruating, LONGRICH will have a reason to exist. I just want to put something clear here so that we understand clearly. If women continue menstruating, LONGRICH will still have a reason to exist. If women continue putting to birth, LONGRICH will have a reason to exist. If we keep on having needs, Longrich will continue to exist. So there's no point, because we are the reason why Longrich is existing, because we keep using that Longrich is putting in the market. So this company is going nowhere. And we have the certifications that goes with it, which is something that so many people do not have. And one thing that I think that Longrich has actually won the market with is that this company puts in the market what people need. And the best, I mean, the best of the best, that's the best product. That is exactly what Longrich is doing. And with all of those qualities put together, trust me, this company is going nowhere. We are here to stay. So that is it, the strategies. I don't know if he was kicked out because of network or if he's still here. The strategist, are you getting me?
I got, yeah, you break a bit, but
okay.
But I got it generally.
That is what I have to say concerning Longrich leaving tomorrow. No, this company is going nowhere. The company is a manufacturing giant.
I think with that,
for people to ever think that Longrich will fold, I don't think it will be for any time soon. We are still going, we are 35 years, and we know that Longrich will continue existing till people stop having the needs that we have on daily basis. And I don't think our needs grow as days are going by. And see if our needs continue to grow, Longrich will continue to exist. That's just
okay. Emma, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. We have been looking at the point that Longrich is here to stay. That Longrich is here to stay. And because many people want to know why they should trust Longrich, because many companies have come and gone and all that. What is your position on that? Can people put their millions in Longrich without fear?
Let's start with the basics ABC, because I tell you that sometimes the best way to reason out something is from just basic understanding. If you overput intelligence there, some people miss the point. I had a training last night in my home, and I was telling people that if you get into a supermarket XYZ and you buy things for 100,000 francs and you go back, and you go out of the supermarket and you pay 100,000 and you go back with your products, if tomorrow you come back, the supermarket has knocked, will you say that the supermarket duped you? That's rule number one. So let's start from there first. Anybody who partners with Longrich loses nothing. That's the first rule. There's no registration fee where the people come and put 10,000 and go. In Longrich, for every single franc that you input, you're going home with product. So rule number one, you're not losing. Nobody should even be worried whether the company shuts down or not, because rule number one, you're paid for your investment. Now, the next thing that makes us now on top of it, because we need to go to basics, because we are not different. Let me say basic. Longrich is not first of all basic. It's not different from any supermarket that exists. You enter, you purchase, and you go back with your products. That's why we have little entry levels as small as silver, 150,000 francs. So now, on top of it, the company now says, because your purchase, we choose to give you a fidelity code. Because that's what they call fidelity code. Just like in some supermarket, we have carte de fidelité, we give you a fidelity code for your purchase. Now, let's even go further. What are the commodities that the company, first of all, produces? Everyday commodities. It's not as if Longrich was telling you to come and buy fuel booster, or Longrich was asking you to come and buy, what can I say? I mean, there are no abstract things we're coming to take in Longrich that you say, I don't need. You know, Longrich is not asking you to come and buy a Visa card, something. Longrich is just telling you to buy a daily consumable. Every time I get into the supermarkets that are close to me, there's always a long line. People are buying bathing soap, people are buying toothpaste, people are buying juice, people are buying rubbing oil. start buying this, that. Every day you go, there's a queue. To tell you that on a daily basis, we are buying our daily consumables. So Longrich just added itself to a line of daily consumables with added quality, because you must do a comparative analysis to know the difference. And that's why I say not to know is not a problem, but not to know that you don't know. People don't even take the time to say what is different from Longrich toothpaste to the every other toothpaste you see out there without calling any names. Once you're not able to spot the difference, you will think that one is expensive and one is not. And I'm asking you that, how do you define expensive? Expensive means that the solution that A is going to give me, B can still give me with a different pricing, which is not the truth. We take our time to analyze products of Longrich. We see that guys have done years of research on it. Now, rule number 2, that's 2. The products are daily consumables that we find. Rule number 1, we get in, we give our money, we go out with products. Number 2, the products are everyday need products. 3, the company says because you've been able to purchase in a supermarket, we'll give you a fidelity card. 4, they say, okay, with this fidelity card, if somebody also comes and buys in this supermarket because you told the person to come and buy, you're paid for. 5, we even produce for other companies that you think that they are nice. We produce for them. So how do you tell me that a company like that is going to shut down? I'm going at the basis of terror there. Because when we over-adopt intelligence, we might miss it, but let's go on the basis. So I tell you, how long has this company been existing? When did the company even choose to do MLM? That means that Longrich has been existing since 1986. Longrich decided to do MLM 11 years ago. That means that before 11 years ago, they were already as influential as possible in the Chinese economy. So I feel like the MLM scheme was a way to give back, because when I look at it, the guys are actually just empowering others. And secondly, if this scheme was not giving, these guys will not bother to open a factory in Nigeria. I know Chinese people, they don't invest where there's a lost market. It took them 10 years to be in Africa for them to actually choose to open a factory in Nigeria. So they thought about it. So a company will not come to Nigeria, open a factory, and then later on close down. We don't have any of such. We don't have any of such. So people would think that Longrich is coming to shut down. I say, think again. Unfortunately, Longrich would have opened the factory in Cameroon. But knowing our country, in between the lines, we understand, that's why they went to Nigeria. Say it again. That is not a country, that is not a business who's planning to shut down in Africa anytime. It's for us to take advantage of it. So in no time, in fact, Longrich will not shut down anytime soon.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so this will take us to another aspect. What is it about these Longrich products that you like so much so that even if all of this, or let me ask it this way, are there Longrich products that you could still have used if you could afford them, if you are not being paid by Longrich, if you are not in Longrich, and you had to just pick up these products for the product's sake? Are there products that you still have used even if you were not on Longrich, you just wanted to use them?
I'll answer you in a very diplomatic way. In Douala, for instance, people go and consult specialists at 15,000 francs. It's very common in Douala. When you go to most of these private clinic, consultation of the specialist is 15,000 francs. When you go there, look at the line that is there. When they pay 15,000 francs just for a dog specialist, gynecologist, dentist, or whoever, or pediatrician to receive you, you don't gain anything. But you are sure that the pediatrician or the gynecologist is going to be able to listen to you, check you out, and be able to give you appropriate answers. That's the first thing, which means that with or without a compensation plan, when you know that this thing is going to give me quality, you're willing to pay for.
Yeah.
People get into the reason why most people buy from supermarkets, and if you check out there, what I even tell people is that supermarkets are pretty more expensive than even the local market. But let me tell you why people are willing to buy expensive supermarkets, because they know that the supermarket has a name to keep. So the supermarket will never sell something that will be nocive. The supermarket has a name to keep. A supermarket will never give you a product that will be nocive to the health, because they know that At the slightest problem, their whole image is down. That's why when you even go to a supermarket to showcase your product, they take time to check it out to be sure that this product is very okay before they ever accept for you to be showcased in their floor, because they know that if somebody buys a product from a supermarket and there's a problem, they will not check who put it there. They will hold by the supermarket. So it should tell you that with or without a compensation plan, once you're convinced that the product's quality is good, we'll buy. In Douala here, people are willing to go to snacks where they buy a drink for 2,000 francs. They buy a bowl of drinks. People are willing to buy a bottle of whiskey that normally will cost in a shop 15,000 francs for 35,000 francs because the environment is conducive, which means that every day here we are willing to spend for something that will not have a compensation plan simply because we want the quality. So let's put aside the long-range compensation plan. The products, that's why I said, once you don't understand the quality behind the products, you not even understand the whole thing. If you don't even understand why long-range toothpaste is different from the everyday toothpaste you see, you will not even understand why it's a little bit higher in price. And that is what many people have not opened their minds to. And so they define expensive. It's like buying shoes. Strategist, you and I were men. You rather buy a pair of shoes for 40,000 francs than to buy two pair of shoes for 15,000 francs, because those two pair of shoes will get bad faster than the one pair of shoes for 40,000 francs. As a man, you know that. You better take 40,000 francs and buy one quality pair that will last than to buy two pairs of shoes for 15,000 francs, and that you know that you wear 1 week and you get bad and you finally end up throwing it. So on a regular, we go, it's like phones. Somebody will prefer to buy a phone for 100,000 francs that will last than to buy a phone for 20,000 francs that will get bad. And that the person will be repairing it, and that will end up realizing that he or she has spent almost the same 100,000 francs. So it's to tell us that it's not about long range, it's about the fact that when we know what is quality, we will spend for quality. Now, on top of quality that we are taking, we have money on top of it. So the comp plan and long range is a plus. People don't get that. If Longreach had opened his supermarket alone in Cameroon without bringing in element, people will still be there. If Longreach had a Longreach supermarket, that means the name is Longreach, where you have every product, because those guys have over 2,000 products. That means that you enter there, you have every ranging product from the beginning to the end. If Longreach had a supermarket, people will still line up there to buy. So for them, adopting the MLM scheme is an advantage. It's a welfare scheme. It's a social action, because we will still go there and buy.
Thank you very much. We'll talk to our lady in the house. My exit to be Fadi. The question is, the question, you got the question right? You got the question right? You got the question?
The question can it is.
Okay. If Longreach did not have the compensation plan and it was treated like just a supermarket, which are the products that you still would have bought? Would you still have bought the products? Are there some products that you love personally that you still have gone for, even if it was just a supermarket?
Actually, if Longreach didn't have any compensation plan, I believe our product will still sell. Our product will still sell because those are products that people normally use on daily basis with or without the compensation plan. As Emma was saying, truly, the comp plan is just a plus. It's just a plus to what the company is already doing for us. Because normally we all go out there, people will still buy with or without the compensation plan. It will just be like, sorry, I have to mention Super U here. It will just be like one person working in a supermarket and getting the things that they normally use on daily basis and going out. And nothing will still happen. So that is even that is what makes the business interesting to me. And I believe to over maybe 99% of people that are on this platform, the fact that we actually get paid on buying with Longreach. If Longreach was a supermarket, I would just walk in, like I walk in the supermarket for the things that I need, which are not on the Longreach platform, and buy them and go away. But Longreach tells you this, I personally even visualize Longrich as a supermarket that pays me on purchasing the things that I need on daily basis with them. I see Longrich as this virtual supermarket where I get paid for anything that I purchase. And that is exactly
Oh, it's like we've lost Fadi. Oh, Fadi is there. Hello. Hello, Fadi. You're muted. Let me try to see if I can help you here. Unmute yourself there. You are muted.
me. It's okay,
Okay.
now, right?
Yes. See, it's like we've lost many of your sentences. A few of the ideas, just go back about 2 ideas back and start all over. We are.
Come back.
Mhm,
So as I was saying,
mhm,
with or without the compensation plan,
mhm.
I believe that I know it's a certainty that people will still go in for laundry product because the product are of quality, the product are good, and people are gradually, laundry is gradually becoming a normal in our society today. There's
Mhm.
nowhere that you will go into, especially in Douala. If you are careful enough, you will always notice that there is a laundry product hanging somewhere in one of the shelves when you get into. So people are gradually getting used to this product. People are actually adopting the laundry product as a normal. And that is how it's supposed to be. So with or without the compensation plan, people will still go in for those products. They will still long for them. They will still want to get them. If this product were in a supermarket, believe me, this product will still sell because people love it, people want it, and people will still go out for it. And I see the long-range compensation plan as a plus. Because laundry doesn't only offer us quality products and all the luxury, all the incentives that comes with it, they equally give us a compensation plan where we get paid on those products. So I was saying that I view Longrich as this virtual supermarket where you get in there, you get your product, and the company still pays you. It's not like our regular supermarket where you get in, you only spend your money. And the only thing you receive is a thank you. Longrich tells you, listen, I have this supermarket, which looks just like the supermarket where you do your purchases every day of the week. Why don't you plug in with me? Buy those same products and you're getting paid. So the strategies, once again, I still believe that with or without the compensation plan, the laundry product will still have a space in the market. People will still buy them. And
Wonderful.
one good thing now is, even when some products are out of stock, people are always ready to go for those products without PVs. You get it? That's just to tell you that this product will still sell with or without the compensation plan. Some people still go out for certain products even when the company is out of stock for a little period of time, just because these people need this particular product in their homes or for their need at that particular time. People are ready to buy them. They don't mind. People don't even mind, or they don't even look at, am I going to have points or not? It's true, the points make us to grow, but for some cases, when people actually need this product, they go out for it without looking at if it will bring in the PVs or not. So if those products were in a supermarket, trust me, it will sell. It will sell. And if we even have to look at the business for China, for instance, because the network marketing aspect is not actually moving there in Africa, like in China, like here in Africa. The company is selling those products, not through the MLN line, but the company sells them just as people who get in a supermarket and decide to get their products and they're off. So that is it, the strategist. With or without the supermarket or the compensation plan, if long-range products were to be found in a supermarket, those products will still sell. Just like what is happening in most of the supermarkets now in Cameroon. There's no supermarket, I mean, name it, even the biggest one, quote me anywhere. There's no supermarket or these surfaces where they sell products that you will not find any of our product in their shelves. And if you doubt me, you're watching this video, this program with the strategies. When next you visit any supermarket of your choice, just try to be more regarding, look around. You always see a long-range product somewhere, hanging somewhere. So that is it. And you buy them without even asking any question. Sometimes the prices are even double or triple than what we, the distributors, will post. So strategies, I think that is it.
Thank you very much. At this point, we'll be calling on our D6, Mr. Emmanuel, please. We all agree that these products, independent of the compensation plan, they stand on their own. So if the company is credible, it's not going anywhere, the products are of high quality that will stand on their own, then this compensation plan, is it worth it? Or are people just wasting their time? Do people make money worth the energy they are putting into this business? Can we encourage people to actually put energy into this business with the hope of making money?
Is it because the mother is answering?
Yes, if I understand, yeah, for sure. Look at our stories. I was working in a microfinance, and I'm now working from home. If I could resign and come home, then it was worth it. You know, I don't remember the last time FADIMATOU looked at her CV. I don't know even she even knows the last time. So to tell you that if we are if we are here and we are having this session, that the business is free, the comp plan is beautiful. That means on top of money that you're making weekly, you have the possibility for qualifying for cars, for trips, for house incentives, for scholarships. That is on top of weekly earning. So the business is quality. So we are not telling people that resign from your job, because when I had my first qualification in Norway, when we qualified for our trips, because when I used my wife and myself, because we do it as a team, when we qualified for our cars, when we qualified for the trip, I had a full-time job. So we are not telling people that resign from their job to do Norwich. No, but we're telling that, listen, extra money has never killed anybody. So it's a good platform. Now we are doing it full time. We're making the money. See, nothing good comes easy. But when you put when you put in effort and energy in the system that works, because the word system is very important. The first thing we need to understand in law is that it's not a put money today and chop tomorrow. That's one thing we need to be categorical with that. People are looking for places where they put 10,000 and come and take 100,000 tomorrow. They're sort of all who are dishonest. I tell people that people want to work that kind of work, who are first of all dishonest in their mindset, because you don't put 1,000 somewhere and come 10 days after and come and take 150,000. You don't know how it was duplicated. So you yourself, you're a dishonest person. So we don't have that kind of scheme. So people want to put 10,000 and make 100,000 tomorrow. Lorry is not a place for you. In Long-Range, we actually put in energy, but we put in energy in a system that later on works for us. That is the strength in it. So we don't come into Long-Range and lazy about. We put in energy in the system. That's what we talk about passive income. Passive income means that when the system picks up and begins to work for you, even without much effort, you're making back money. But for you, you build your system. Okay, it's a system that you put in place that works for you. That's what we talk about smart work. Smart work means you're building a system that with or without your presence, long run works for you. So trust me, it is worth the investment. It is worth the investment.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear from Adi.
Okay.
Adi, what can you say about the compensation plan? Does it work?
The first thing I would say is that the compensation plan sincerely is what keeps people here. With most MLM companies, believe me, most of the time it's because of the product. It's not even because of the people in the business. It is because there is something that attracts people to be somewhere. And one of the things that attracted me, and I believe 99% of the people on this platform, it is what is in this company for them. The unique compensation plan is what have kept me here. Longrich has a unique compensation plan that is rewarding if you work. If you work your system out well, if you have a strong system, trust me, you will earn. You will earn. And one of the most amazing thing that I actually appreciate so much with this platform is this unique compensation plan. Longrich has a compensation plan. If you're listening to me, if you are versed with MLM, you will know that if you have a look at our Longrich compensation plan and have a look at other companies' compensation plan, I don't want to call names here, we are talking about Longrich, you will see that Longrich is a company that is dealing into MLM with a difference. Our compensation plan is not like others. I know what I'm talking about. I was lucky that the first company that I ever stepped my legs into in MLM happens to be Longrich, but I always try to read about others, to know what others are doing, how are they earning, what is bringing in the money in the business. And believe me, after reading all of the compensation plans from other platforms, I envy none of them. I stay with Longrich because of the uniqueness of its compensation plan and how rewarding it is. Most of the companies operating in MLM, they operate on binary two legs, meaning that the company at the end of the day keeps one and you keep one. For those who know what I'm talking about. And we are dealing with a Longrich company that has a compensation plan that deals on 3 legs, on a matrix of 3 legs, meaning the company keeps one while you are keeping two to yourself. Is that not amazing? No, the strategist, you need to tell me, is that not amazing? Because at the end of the day, that is what have kept people here. Knowing that if I put in effort, the company pays me. If I don't put in effort, the company do not pay me. So many people, those that are always complaining about the compensation plan here, are actually the people who have not come to really understand the full potential of what Longrich can offer or what the Longrich compensation plan can offer. Because once you understand the potential of what our Longrich compensation plan can offer, believe me, you go mad. Any person who truly understands what they can get, I'm not talking about the incentives. No, it has nothing to do with the compensation plan. I'm not talking about the incentive. It has nothing to do with the compensation plan, but it contributes to what you are making. It contributes to what you are making. Once you fully understand what the long-range compensation plans offer, believe me, you will go gaga. Yeah, you actually go gaga. So that is what I want people to understand, that there is no company out there that offers a better compensation plan than what this company does. There's none. And maybe if in future, because I'm not saying that in future, if we see something that is offering something better than Longreach, believe me, you people should bring in forth or come with it. But for now, Longreach has the best compensation plan. We have the best products. We have the best of everything for what I can say. So the long-range compensation plan, people, if you doubt this, come closer. We'll explain it to you so that you can understand why the long-reachers are so loud out there when they're talking, or why we are so excited when we are trying to make you understand or see or capture the vision that we saw before we partner with this company. So that is the strategist.
Okay. Thank you very much. Actually, I don't know if you've noticed, I've been trying to go around plotting you company profile, products, and on little compensation plan. And really, what can you say? What advice can you give to someone who wants to start this business today? What advice can you give to somebody who wants to start this business today to help them grow as fast as possible? You want to grow fast. What do they need? What would be the strategy that you can give? What should they do? How should they go about this business? How should they carry themselves in such a way that in the next, what you achieve it for 2-3 years, may they achieve it in 1 year? What can
Okay.
that will have you because
Okay, my best advice, what I would tell anyone intending to partner with us today and intending to have this fast exponential growth that so many people have attained or are having on this platform, is that once you partner with a company like this, the first thing you need to do, if you've never been on MLM before, even if you're on MLM, is that you need to acknowledge that it is something that you've never done. You are just getting started with something which you have never done. So the best thing and the first advice I would give you is you have to humble yourself and learn. Learn on how to play with the tricks of prospection, because training is what will keep you going on this platform. So many people are not yet where they want to be because they don't have the right information. They have the information sometimes, but they don't know how to put it. So you would need training. Once you get on board, you will have to get trained. This platform is that you do not need to know everything before you can start your own business. It is a business where we learn while doing, and we equally earn while learning. That is what I love with Longrich. So as you are planning to get started, we are here telling you that because we have walked the roads that you want to just take, The best advice I will give to you is that once you get on board, humble yourself, learn the tricks on how to go about your business, and then you will need to be consistent as you're getting on board. You will need to be consistent. You will need to be perseverant as you're getting on board, and you equally need to share the opportunity to the people around you, because that is what will make you, the people that you will bring on board. Because if you are not trained, you will not be able to convince those people to come on board and do business with you. If you do not know what you're doing, people will not believe you. We have had so many people that have come on board, and because of the excitement, they all rush out there, and when they started telling people about a business which they did not know themselves. So for you to have that credible appeal when you appear in front of people to talk about your business when you join, you will need to have the right information about the business that you are about to partner with. So that is it. Get on board, get trained, share the information or to people around you, and that is how you will grow, and that is how you will make money, and that is how you will achieve your own set objectives. And you need to have a vision of what you want, because anyone that joins the Longrich platform without a vision, trust me, would just be doing the business up, and most of the people that are moving without direction on this platform today, they take a longer time to achieve their objective, other than people that have had their vision written down and know where they're supposed to be at each time. So as you're joining the business, get your vision right, put it down on writing. My own is still there. The day I joined, I already had the things. The day I joined, I had trainings with my uplines, and then she told me what it takes for me to do the business. When I went back home, I wrote them down. My uplines will testify here. There were some times where I was leaving Kribi to come to Douala just for membership training, because I understood that for me to do it, or for me to, because by then when I joined, the only person that I knew that inspired me so much on this platform was SD Sandy. So I could literally do everything just because I wanted to be like her. You understand? So there are certain things that you need to do when you join this business. Get your vision right and set yourself out there. Because if your vision is right, you have a game plan on how to achieve them. And if you miss out on those things, believe me, you'll be running behind your own goal. You'll be running behind them. So that is it, the strategies. That's the best advice that I can give to anyone out there that wants to partner with us and do business with us the right way. Is that there are rules that you need, and you will need to be disciplined. Discipline. Know what you want, where you are supposed to be, the people that you are supposed to talk to, and you don't have to do things because you see other people doing it. Yes, you take the best of what others are doing, and then you add it, you do it with your own. So that is it. I don't know if network kicked him out again.
I think he's there, but Mike.
Okay.
Okay.
Continue talking.
Sorry about that. Okay, you can get me now.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Manuel, now it's your turn. Oh, we want to join the
I didn't get the
business.
question. Yes.
I'm giving the question again. We want to join the business, and what advice can you give to somebody who has listened to you and now wants to join the business? We are sending them to meet the person who sent the video to them, the person who has been watching the video with them, the person who has encouraged them to watch the video, and now they are thinking of taking a chance with Longrich. What can you give as advice to somebody who wants to begin Longrich today in order to grow fast?
Simple question. Know your why. why are you coming to the business? We have different reasons why we want to come into the business. So why? Because we have our different stories. If FADIMATOU tells you a story, something pushed her to get. If I tell you my story, something pushed me. We wouldn't necessarily have the same stories, but here we are in business. FADIMATOU is a logistician. I'm a human resource developer. We have different skills. But here we are in the same business. So the question is, what is your why? What is pinching you? What is making you uncomfortable in your current situation? When you put that in mind, that's what pushes you to go ahead. The journey to success is not easy, but when you get there, you don't regret. So that's what I'm going to tell people. Don't come in because you feel like you've heard our success stories and you just want to come. It's not a contagious disease. Okay, long reach is not a contagious disease that when you become a long reach partner, automatically money comes. No, you have to know your why. Why are you coming in the first place? What do you want to attain in it? What is the time frame within which you want to attain? That's what is going to give you the energy to push through. But that's what's going to give you the motivation to push through. That's what's going to make you know what it means to be trained. And then Fadi was saying something about humility. Yes, when you come into a business, you need to be coachable. Those are techniques of you must be coachable. That thing people come in and they want to tell them that where this is how you do, they're always like, I know already, or they want to know. You must be coachable. Because when you're coachable, knowledge is added to this knowledge that you already know. But when you cannot survive in network marketing as an independent person, as an island, you must be coachable. So that is it. And being coachable means that you're open, you're humble, you're open to learning. So that is it. People need to know their why. People need to know the reason, the reason there. If you don't know it, you get zero somewhere. Because listen, there's no business where you don't get sometimes discouraged. There's no business where you don't feel like us, where it happens. But when you know why you got into the business in the first place, that becomes your real motivation to get back on track. So that's what I'm going to tell everybody who wants to get into the business. Aside the fact that you want to consume the products and be healthy, if that's your why, okay, be healthy. If you want to attain financial independence, okay. But now, where do you want to go? Because listen, financial independence is subjective. Somebody doesn't just want to earn 10,000 a week. Somebody wants to make 100,000 a week. Somebody wants to make 1 million a week. So financial independence is subjective. But you must have a goal. You must have a target. There are people that every week when they earn their 20,000, they are so happy. There are people that 20,000 when they make them happy. Some people that if it's not 1 million, they are not happy. So what is your why? What do you want to get out of long reach? What is the time frame? What is the energy that you need to put? What is it that you already have acquired as skill? What is it that you need to learn? So those are all the things you need to do.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any last words before we are rounding up? We are done. Any last words? Who will come up first? Any last words for your audience?
My last words will be so thank you for having us on the show today. It was really nice being with you and answering all those questions. And the other thing I would say would be to encourage someone out there. I don't know what you personally want to achieve as a person. Because me, I know where I started when I joined this company. I had nothing. And even when they told me that I was going to have anything, I must admit it, I doubted. But along the way, I believe because I saw the outcome of things. So I just want to encourage someone out there to advance. I'm not telling you that I've achieved my objective with long reach. No, I've not even.
How can you?
I'm not telling you that long reach will make rich. Okay, I'm telling you that long reach is that stepping stone that will lead you somewhere. This is something that's
Fadi,
yes.
some of us are a bit confused, because you are a D6. We understand that you are making good monies in long reach. I guess you are making more than about, let's say, what you used to make a month. You surely make that a week now or more. What can you say about that? And you still say you're still expecting more? Tell us a little.
I'm not yet earning like SD Taba. I'm not yet earning like SD Sandrine. So it means that on my part, I still have a long way to go with my team. It means that the bulk of the work is not yet done. If I'm not yet making 25,000 France dollars a week, it means that I'm not yet there. Because my vision to what I want to be making on this platform doesn't just limit itself to what I'm making presently on the platform. My vision is higher than that.
Let me put it this way, okay? I want you to go back to, because when we get into long reach, we actually begin to think differently, we begin to think differently, and we expect more out of it. But try to compare what you are making even now as a D6 as to what you used to make as a regular 9 to 5. Many people are in 9 to 5 who are not even considering long reach because they think that they are comfortable, they think that they are making money. There are many people who are earning money from 9 to 5 who don't yet consider long reach because they just think that it's a waste of their time. Based on what you used to earn, try to compare what you used to earn and what you earn now. What can you see?
The strategies, sorry, I didn't get too well.
Okay, based on what you used to earn when you used to have your regular job, compare now with what you have on long reach. Compare with what you have now on long reach. How do you measure them up? Your regular job and your long reach.
Like the French people will say, they will say, c'est incomparable. There are certain things that you don't compare. There are certain things that you don't compare. I told you I'm a logistician. Before, I was working somewhere, and that somewhere they were paying me 16,000 francs, safely. That was not even up to my house rent. Do you get that? So if today I'm on figures in long reach, I don't think we have to compare that. And couple with that, with the time freedom. At this time, if I was still working, I would not, I told you I was somewhere doing something when you called me. But I had to rush to come back home because I had a commitment with you. Just think about it. If I was working for someone else, would that boss have accepted that his employee should leave the office to rush because she has a meeting to come and attend? That is exactly what we are talking about. It's not just about the money we are making here. It's about the time, the freedom that we have to spend with the people that we love and to do the things that we love doing. That's what we are talking about. So as I was saying, there are certain things that we don't compare. I was working somewhere where they were paying me less than $50 for a month, and I had to show up every day. I had to show up every day to get that money. And there were some months where I didn't even have that money. But ever since I joined Longreach, my commission have never skipped a week without coming. So that's what we are talking about. We are talking about all these things that Longreach does and that keep us wanting to stay here and wanting to do more and to achieve more. That's what we are talking about, the strategies. Hello? Am I talking alone?
Yeah.
Am I talking alone?
Yeah, I'm here. Just now getting you, I don't know strategies. I was telling that my battery is running low. We
Even
know NAO has done it again. And
here again. NAO
Eneo has done it again, and I have to step and pick up my son from school. That's part of working from home. So
Exactly. And there's no
have to
electricity here.
go. Yeah. So
It's like the strategists too have stepped out.
I think he's connected now. So my phone is running.
We're wrapping this up because we really have to pick up the kids from school. And
Yeah.
so we're ending with you, sir. Please, your last word, and do a little comparison, what you used to make and what you are making now on Longreach, and your visions for the future, and little like that, like what Fadi just did.
No, it's clear from where I used to be to where I am today is day and night. True. I will not resign to come and stay home and work and earn less than what I used to earn when I was working. So, but now when I tell people that the progress, you need to appreciate the progress progressively. If you cannot appreciate the 10,000 francs that enter your account every week, you'll not appreciate the 1 million. So it's really been a progressive ladder. And true, I'm not where I want to be, but already I'm on a good track. So already I can afford for a couple of things I couldn't afford before that I can afford now. You know, there's a lifestyle that I can give for my family and myself that I couldn't give some time ago. So it's really day and night. So there's time. There's also the time concept. Very important. You know, sometimes we hustle a lot and we have the money, but we don't have the time because financial independence is about money and time. Like now, I can drop my son at school. I can pick him up from school. So those are some of the things I couldn't do if I had a regular job. Right now, I would have been at the office. So it's really day and night. And so, like I said, we just started. I haven't gotten to where I want to be. They say SD is the goal. So we are not even yet SDs. We're at D6, which means we still have
Financial freedom is the goal.
D7. Yeah. So financial independence is really the goal. So where we are at D6 before we get to D7, before we go. So we are seeing the journey of success. So, but the truth is that for us to go to where we want to go, we need to appreciate where we are coming from. So, so far
Exactly.
so good. So far so good.
Thank you very much. Thank you, D6. Some of us are still aspiring to get to D6.
You will get
Some
there.
of us are doing our very best to we're following your footsteps, seriously. So thank you very much for being on the show today. It's going to go up on YouTube for those who could not make it today. People can watch it anytime, and people can share with their team and listen to real people tell real stories about their experience with Longreach. This has been my desire. Thank you very much. I wish you the best.
Anytime.
I hope we'll collaborate again some other time with maybe on seminars, live seminars beyond this COVID-19 period.
Yeah, we're very much available.
Thank you very much. Fadi?
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a pleasure.
Bye-bye. It was a pleasure
Okay.
having you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.